Today we're reading a new book. We're reading the book of Colossians. Colossians only has 4 chapters, and it was a hotbed of Gnostic teaching. And so Paul gives a pretty heavy greeting as he deals with this Gnostic doctrine that has been having an impact upon this church in Colossae. And Paul deals here with exactly who Christ is. It's pretty important to see in verses 15 to 24 that Jesus is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature, of all creation. By him were all things created. He's before all things. By him all things consist. He's the head of the body, which is the church. He's the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in all things he might have the preeminence, and that in Jesus Christ should all fullness dwell. Well, that's who Jesus is. And the Gnostic doctrine watered that down and made Jesus something other than what Paul describes there in those verses. Paul talks about some logical but wrong philosophies about Christ in chapter 2. In chapter 3, Paul talks about putting off some things, putting on some things, and actually putting to death other things. Very critical chapter, Colossians chapter 3. And then in Colossians chapter 4, some final greetings from Paul after he talks about a continual consciousness of who we are in Christ Jesus. Really critical book for doctrine for the New Testament believer. I know that you'll enjoy that reading, and we'll see you tomorrow.